Let's talk about techwear. Rainproof, windproof, waterproof. When we think of techwear, we think of brands like Arc'teryx, Acronym, Stone Island. But that's now. What does a techwear company look like over 100 years ago? And if you talk techwear, you gotta talk Burberry. Yeah, that, Burberry. Before Burberry was a brand, it was a dude, it was a guy. Thomas Burberry. 100 years ago, Thomas Burberry has a clothes company. A company he started when he was 21, trying to make weatherproof clothing. And he's faced with a problem. The problem is waterproofing. The solutions at the time are coatings. They have fabrics made out of wool, out of cotton, and they are coated with rubber, oil, wax. And these early coatings are excellent at repelling water, but they don't breathe. So people are trapped in their own hot air, their own sweat. The coatings also make the fabrics very heavy. So Thomas Burberry invents a fabric called gabardine. He designs a combination of yarn and weave to create a fabric that is woven so tightly that it is water resistant, but still allows air to pass through back and forth. And this is so high tech. This is revolutionary. And like any techwear company, he has to demonstrate the use of these things. So he sponsors these trips, these expeditions. Burberry's gabardine goes to the Arctic Circle. Edward Maitland wears a gabardine suit in a hot air balloon from England to Russia. Burberry sponsors a flight called the Burberry from Croydon to Cape Town, and the pilots wear gabardine. And Burberry uses this fabric in his early coats. This is the tie locken, which is used by British military officers in South Africa. It's a belted wraparound coat to protect you from the elements. And when the First World War rolls around, the tie locken becomes a little bit more sophisticated. It gains D-rings to hang grenades, epaulettes to attach military ranks, storm flaps to prevent rain from getting into the button front. And this model is called the trench coat, a functional coat that helps soldiers in muddy, wet trenches. And after the war, soldiers return home with their trench coats, and these functional coats gain a second chapter in civilian life. And now it's 100 years later, and Burberry's identity as a techwear company has changed. It's given away to a completely different identity. Actually, several different identities through time. But the game of functional design is still the same, and that is the really encouraging thing about design. The right fabric, the right silhouette, and solving problems big enough for people, you can create a design with so much energy, like so much velocity. It moves past your name, your company, your time. That great design can travel into the future and resonate beyond your own personal experience of the world.